Manchester United have been sent a transfer warning over Ivan Toney via Brentford manager Thomas Frank. Man United are seeking an option in attack to help Rasmus Højlund with England forward Toney, one of their leading options, despite the fact that 28-year-old has failed to score a competitive goal since mid-February. The former Newcastle player is widely considered to be on the transfer market because he now has less than a year left on his Brentford contract, with the London club unlikely to be willing to let him depart as a free agent next July. Why Arsenal's Calafiori transfer makes a mockery of Man United's Euro deal. Frank, nevertheless, has told Man United to expect significant resistance from Brentford over a player widely considered to be their best. He's a Brentford player and I would love him to stay. That would give me a very positive challenge, the Dane told. But I haven't met a coach who doesn't want as many good players as possible. Right now, Ivan is a Brentford player. I know he's enjoying his well-deserved time off after his time with England. Profile? Who is Chido Obi Martin? Arsenal's teenage sensation wanted by Man United. I would be more than happy if he stayed with us. He's a goalscorer and that's very good to have in your team, so if you want to buy him, it's expensive. Chelsea and Tottenham are also linked with the forward, who impressed off the bench with England at Euro 2024. How much is too much? Brentford wanted upwards of €118 million, £100 million, for the striker during the January transfer window, when the likes of Arsenal were also involved in the race for him. The Bees' asking price was enough to put the Gunners, Chelsea and Man United off at that point. Toney's asking price has dropped significantly, with reporting on the 18th of July that Brentford are now seeking less than €60 million for the player. Football Transfer's estimated transfer value, ETV, suggests that even at this price, Toney would be expensive. He is worth just €16.1 million. Toney's is a unique case, though. He was banned from playing Premier League football for the first 5 months of last season, which has artificially dragged his value down to a lower value than might be expected. Nevertheless, the Man United target has a career-high valuation of €36.5 million. Manchester United are reportedly keen to sign Sofian Amrabat permanently, but only on one condition. The Moroccan made 30 appearances during his loan stay at Old Trafford last season, with just 9 starts in the Premier League. He struggled for the most part this season, but improved in the closing stages of the campaign, raising questions over whether he will stay at United permanently. The Red Devils included a £16.8 million buy option in the original deal with Fiorentina, which they have decided not to take up according to Fabrizio Romano. However, Erik ten Hag is a fan of Amrabat and United are willing to discuss different terms with the Serie A side with the hope of agreeing on a permanent transfer. Amrabat confirmed his intention to remain at United in May, telling Ziggo Sport, "Do I already know what I'm going to do next year? No. We are going to talk. Staying is certainly an option. Look, I think it has been a very difficult season. For Manchester United it needs to be much better, and also for me personally. We are going to talk. Manchester United are the biggest club in the world, so who wouldn't want to play football here? But all parties have to be happy with each other, so we will sit down now and see what happens." United have made a busy start to the transfer window, having signed defender Lainery Euro for £52 million and Joshua Zirkzee from Bologna for £36.5 million. Amad Diallo and Joseph Hugill were on the scoresheet for United against Rangers as Ten Hag's side bounced back from their 1-0 loss to Rosenborg in their opening pre-season fixture. United will now head to the USA ahead as they prepare to take on Arsenal in their next friendly. They will then face Real Betis and Liverpool. The agent of Brazilian winger Antony has responded to claims he could leave Manchester United this summer. Recent reports have suggested United are open to sending Antony out on loan in the hope he will revive his stuttering career and return to Old Trafford in better form and with more confidence. Much was expected of Antony, 24, when he completed a £82 million move from Ajax in 2022, but he has flattered to deceive in a Manchester United shirt. He enjoyed 2 impressive seasons at Ajax, helping the Dutch club win 2 Eredivisie titles and reach the semi-finals of the Champions League. But Antony has underwhelmed since arriving in Manchester, scoring just 11 goals and contributing just 1 in the Premier League last season. Antony's struggles have led to speculation the Brazilian will leave United on loan this summer, but his agent insists he wants to stay. "I see reports about potential exit on loan," Junior Pedroso told Fabrizio Romano. "Antony's plan is clear: Manchester United. He wants to stay, he's only focused on Man United. We already spoke about that with the club." Manchester United boss Erik ten Hag, who also managed Antony at Ajax, admits the Brazil international struggled last season but has backed his big money signing to come good at Old Trafford. "He certainly showed that potential in the first month. He scored 3 times in his first 3 games, ten Hag said of Antony. After that it became more difficult. Last season was not good. But I am still convinced that he has the potential to play at this club." What has Antony said about his Man United form? Antony, meanwhile, said last season was very difficult for many reasons, but remains confident he can turn his United career around. 23/24 was a very difficult season, for many reasons, he posted on Instagram at the end of the campaign. "But I suffered quietly. I took this period to reflect and seek self-knowledge. Today, at the end of another season, I can say that after everything I've been through, I feel much stronger and ready for the challenges. Football gave me everything I have. Thanks to it, I was able to help my family, change my life and open up a range of opportunities. After time, the experience will give me the tools to achieve my biggest goals, which are success, and to build my story in a world as challenging as the one we live in. I thank God, my family, our fans, my work colleagues, and the entire Manchester United staff." Who could be leaving Manchester United? Antony is not the only Manchester United player being linked with a summer move, with several of his teammates also tipped to leave Old Trafford in the coming weeks. According to reports, United bosses are open to offers for Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Scott McTominay, Christian Eriksen, and Casemiro. The Manchester club are looking to trim Ten Hag's squad and raise funds for more signings after securing deals for Dutch forward Joshua Zirkzee and French defender Leinry Euro. United have already sold Mason Greenwood, Willy Cambuala, and Donny van de Beek this summer. Erik ten Hag has named Toby Collier as the next youngster who has earned his chance to force his way into the Manchester United first team. The 20-year-old midfielder was among the clutch of youngsters regularly named in match-day squads towards the end of the 2023-24 season during a time when so many of the manager's regular options were ruled out with injury.